Hello, welcome to the next episode of You Just Got Snapped, brought to you by yours truly. I'm going to go ahead and jump in. I don't have an exact agenda, but there's a lot going on with Marvel Snap, because we did just have the series release take place this past Tuesday, but I'm actually going to start with some controversy. So let me drag over my Chrome window here with Twitter pulled up. So there was a package bundle that you could purchase called Dealing with Demons. Inside the package bundle was a Gambit variant that was mysteriously swapped out for a different Gambit variant. So we'll talk more about that and why. So this was done on the 4th of June, so as of this recording 2 days ago, around 1:18 p.m. And then below that, they did go ahead and provide an additional update because there was, people understandably upset because not really a lot of reasoning given behind this. For all users who purchased the Dealing with Demons bundle will automatically receive 1,200 gold. This ticked off people because this was one of those higher, cost bundles. And so a lot of people reached back out to Second Dinner and the official Marvel Snap account and expressed their displeasure. So to give them credit, if I go back and show a tweet from yesterday, so this is about 20 hours ago from me recording this video, they upped the amount to 8,000 gold, which is, I think, way more reasonable. The issue I still have with this is they didn't really explain why, and in the past, I have seen situations somewhere where if they had problems with the bundle, it's usually tied to a bug or something, like something happened with the card, it didn't get QA tested properly, or it did get QA tested and something just slipped under the door at the last second. I've seen that before working in the software industry, so I totally get that. So no concerns there. But 8 gold, yeah, you can still see people offering complaints about it. So I did a little digging, and I want to give credit to where I found the source. So in the Reddit group for Marvel Snap, Yogurt US posted this PSA. So I want to make sure they got credit for this because I didn't find it originally. This is the reason why they removed the Gambit variant. So in a nutshell, the artist has a history of sneaking anti-Semitic messages into their work. And they go on to include a couple links, one of them where they actually got fired over this incident and has not worked with Marvel since, according to the BBC article. So they point out, understandably so, I believe Second Dinner really dropped the ball on this, among other things. I'm not aware of any statement that they've released so far that actually said what the problem was. I agree. Before recording this, I did take a quick peek, and I did not see anything either mentioning what was the reasoning for it. Which sucks. Really need to do your due diligence, which I know if you look at the comments on this, people were poking fun at that as well. Yeah, it's just a really crappy situation all around, but in this day and age of AI, which that's a whole nother conversation, you really need to vet out your artists to make sure there isn't anything shady going on. This is not one I would expect by default, to be honest. I would be looking more for AI issues than, a person being a racist. So, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's pretty much the controversy going on right now. So there's still ongoing discussion / arguments, debates, however you want to put it, tied to that as well. But now that that's taken care of, the difficult topic, let's jump into the season conversation. Once again, it just launched on Tuesday. I'm recording this on Thursday the 6th. I honestly haven't had a chance to play much. I've just been really busy with work and life stuff. Which I typically am during the work week, Monday through Friday for my job. So, but I have had a chance to build a really good deck. Well, let me rephrase that. I added on to a really good deck. I didn't build this deck for Gilgamesh. So this was the season pass card for this go around. So if you pay the $10, you get this by default, or if you pay the $14.99 to get the 10 level booster, you will also get this as default. So on reveal, +1 power for each of your other cards in play with increased power. This was a natural add for me to my Sebastian Shaw deck, and the reason why, that's pretty much the whole purpose of this deck, is to boost up Sebastian Shaw. Which highlighting him for just a second, when this card permanently gains power, gain +2 more power wherever this is. So wherever this is, what that exactly means, it could be already played on the table. It could be in your hand. It could also just be in your deck. It doesn't matter. So that was the original reasoning behind this. For Gilgamesh, you want to do a bunch of power-up work before submitting him to the playfield, because once again, this is on reveal. So just a reminder of that. So that's a slight difference between him and Shaw, but it still works fine. And this is why I'm just going to go down the gauntlet here and show all of the power-up cards that I'm using for this. And yes, there are others that you can do as well. So Nova, first off, very popular in pretty much everyone's Destroy deck. When this is destroyed, give your cards +1 power. I run that beside Killmonger, because on reveal, destroy all 1-cost cards, which that is what Nova is. America Chavez is up next, so 1-cost card. On reveal, give the top card of your deck +2 power. X-Forge, on reveal, give the next card you play +2 power. Akoi, I think that's how you pronounce it. My apologies if I butchered that. On reveal, give every card in your deck +1 power. I'm going to skip Brood because that's not really a power-up card. Silver Surfer, on reveal, give your other 3-cost cards +2 power. So the reason why I have that, if you go back and look, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 total 3-cost cards. It doesn't up Silver Surfer's amount, which that's fine. Like, it's mostly just there to impact the other cards anyway. So that's there because of Sebastian Shaw, mostly, just to be honest. Nakia, once again, I apologize if I butchered the pronunciation. On reveal, give all cards in your hand +1 power, so kind of similar to Akoi, which is deck versus hand. So 1-2 punch right there, super powerful. You can do turn 2, turn 3. And then, yeah, that's it for the power-up cards. Brood is just there to quickly get out additional cards. It is also a +3 card on top of Killmonger, Nakia, and then Sebastian Shaw. So we'll get that Silver Surfer bump if you do Brood and then Silver Surfer after. Sarah's just there to help get cards out quicker. So it's a 5/4. Ongoing cards in your hand cost 1 less. And then Shang-Chi is just there for simple protection. So if you're going against a deck that has some high power cards, this helps kind of combat that too, since there's not a lot of high power cards by default in this deck. The highest indeed is Gilgamesh, which is a 5/7, which we are talking about that today. That's why we're here. So I don't know if this one will get an update like really soon, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does, just because it's pretty powerful if you can implement it in the correct deck like we have here. The reason why I'm highlighting this deck this week, I've been using it since Tuesday night, and you know how they always reset your collection level at the beginning of the season, or what's that called actually? That's not collection level, is it? Oh, your reward level. I'll just call it that. I don't know its official title. As you can see, I'm already at a 64 now. I started in the low 40s because they always reset you, not always back to 0, but you know, a lot lower than what you were at the end of the previous season. So, and I honestly, like I said before, I haven't had a chance to play a lot, but I was able to get into the low 40s up to 64 fairly fast, just by using that deck exclusively, along with She-Not for some of the other items, because you know, a lot of my gameplay, like I'm sure yours, is based off of the missions that you have access to at that very moment. So, but yeah, so that's my deck that I'm highlighting this week. My spotlight card of the week. Let me go to my newest ones. I mentioned Living Tribunal last week. I was also a big fan of Sunspot Chibi variant that I also got last week. I'd say for this week, Valkyrie. This was the card that you get if you do the shoot, what do you call that mode? Give me a second. Let's get a brain fart. Conquest mode. I forgot that. So yeah, you get I went off of that way too fast. You get this Valkyrie variant if you did the Conquest mode during last season. So that's the essentials for that. So pretty cool. I like it. I don't really run her in a lot of decks. I just thought the art looked really cool. Speaking of Conquest mode, we do have a new card for that, so let me go over to the shop, and it's Mysterio. Well, it's cool. I don't know if I would use it. I have another Mysterio that I like that I will probably keep using instead, but I think it's neat. Anyway, that's it for this week's episode. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. As always, if you have any questions or if there's anything in particular you want me to cover in an upcoming episode, just let me know in the comments, either here or in our main podcast that we do, Full Mana Journalist, that I do with Lofter. But thank you for your time, and happy snapping.